Hi guys, Maikeru here. This is my double XP weekend gains and I managed to get over 150 mil XP on the main. This video will cover the main and the 10 HP pure progress though, so I have both in one. All of the plans that I spoke about before double XP I put into action during double XP on both accounts. So let's get into this video and see how it went. Starting this video off showing the main's progress, and I'll do the 10 HP after the main. I'd done a lot of Barbarian Assault before double experience weekend, which gave me a ton of bonus experience into agility. So I was ready with my Silverhawks and some dummies to get as much agility XP on this guy as possible. As you can see, I got nearly 9 million bonus XP in agility. Always best thing to do when starting off double XP is to do a farm run. So on my main it was just time to go and do my farm run just like normal with all of my palms and magic trees. So much experience during double experience and those XP drops are so nice to see. After that I was hosting portables in my clan citadel for Goblin Slayers. It got the clan together and it was really enjoyable. There was always like 20 or so people in the clan citadel at once at least. Sometimes there was a couple less when it was really late at night, but for the most part it was pretty booming. And obviously I had so many extreme potions to make, so I started on extreme attacks and I was going to work my way all the way to extreme rangings and then make all the overloads at once. Every single Amlod hour I made sure to go and do. I had a ton of charms but not enough for my goal if I only done the Taverly method, because summoning on Amlod hour is 40% better on double experience weekend. It makes your charms go a very long way. So I just used my Attuned Crystal Teleport Seed and I put it on number 3 on my action bar. So I'd press number 3 and then 3 to go to Amlod to run to the altar. When I got there I would make an inventory of pouches, deposit the inventory into the deposit box and then take a second lot out of my Beast of Burden and make a second inventory of pouches. I wouldn't bother about depositing again and taking out the last 5 because 5 just isn't worth it. You're better off just teleporting back with the Crystal Teleport Seed to the Ifl bank box and then repeating the process over and over again. So I done this all the time Amlod hour was up. Really useful to take advantage of hours in Prith. Back into the Citadel with all the portables again, I was making my replenishment potions. I plan on making a ton of these potions because they're so useful in PVM. They're 6 dose adrenaline potions and they give you some prayer back at the same time. I was using 4 dose adrenaline potions before this, so even just upgrading them to 6 dose adrenaline potions is good for me. Less inventory spaces for the same amount of doses and it gives me some prayer. After I made all of the replenishment potions and the extremes, it was time for overloads. I used a pack yak with my overloads to make it so much easier and so much better. I would put enough for 4 overloads in the inventory and enough for 5 in the pack yak. This means that you can put Take Bob on the action bar, make 3 or 4 overloads from the main inventory and keep taking from Bob until they're all done. It doesn't make it any more click intensive because making overloads is pretty click intensive anyway, but you can make 9 before banking, which definitely helps the banking process. You can easily make 2,000 or more overloads an hour by doing this method. The banking time normally cuts it a lot more than what it does when you're using a pack yak. I did an hour and a half of overloads, which got me half of the overloads made that I needed. I wanted to take a little break and do something AFK while I did some construction on my 10 HP, so I started doing my agility dummies. I managed to get another couple from my daily spins and I ended up with something like 28 dummies when I started on like 22. So 28 dummies for double experience weekend is really nice, especially for agility when I have all of that bonus experience in it. After finishing my dummies, I was still doing the construction on the 10 HP, so it was time to do some protean hides. I'm not really going to get many proteans done on this double experience at all, but I'll do them as much as I can when I need to AFK. I finished all of my normal overloads and it was time to make a couple of thousand supreme overloads. Supremes work exactly the same way as normal overloads. You can use a pack yak with them. The inventory setup's a little bit different because you can only make 8 in inventory because you can only have 4 in the pack yak and 4 in your main inventory. So instead of making 9 like overloads, you can make 8 with a Beast of Burden with the Supremes. These are pretty click intensive as well, but they're so useful and they're better than normal overloads, so if I'm going to go do some Araxor or stuff, I'm going to use these over Holy. But when I'm doing God Wars Dungeon 1 or God Wars Dungeon 2, I'll probably just use the Holy still. I don't really feel like paying the extra money on the Supreme Overloads for bosses that don't really need it. While making Supreme Overloads, I managed to get to 120 Herblore. So there's the virtual level 120 and I can go get the cape now. Unfortunately, I still don't have the pet. When pets came out, I was about 14 million experience in Herblore, only just turned 99 really. Now I'm 120 and I have not got the pet. Everyone around me was getting the pet and I just couldn't get it to save my life, and it's a really big goal for me to get Jack of all trades eventually. So while it was double XP, I thought I'd go buy some more potions, make some more potions and hopefully get the pet. So I was going to stop at 120, but now I'm going to go a little bit further. I went over to Taverley to get my 120 Herblore cape so I could rep it for the rest of the double experience weekend. I might make an outfit around the new cape, but I think I'll probably keep Hunter after double XP. The 120 Herblore cape does look nice, it's super bright and it's really awesome to see. You know someone spent quite a lot of money when they walk around with the cape as well, which is pretty cool. But I still think my love is with Hunter. Once I get the 120 agility cape though, I'm going to wear that one. It was time to test out that manifest shadow method that I spoke about in the loot from the shadow creature, the video that I did. During an Amlod hour, I was able to do 2,000 of the cores with a crystal teleport seed. The other really cool thing is that the urns work with this method. So you're getting 25% more experience if you're using an urn enhancer with this method. Not only did I get 3.3 million experience in divination, I got 4.3 million in total because of the urns being so awesome. In the first hour I had 2,200 of the cores and I only got 2,000 done, so I had to use a little tiny bit of another Amlod hour to get them done. This meant that these cores worked out to be 4 million experience an hour on double XP weekend. These urns have pushed these even further over the edge. So if you're counting all of the time it took me 17 hours to farm the shadow creatures and an hour on double XP to actually transfer all the ones I got from that video. That means in a total of 18 hours I got 4 million divination experience, which means it's way over 200k experience an hour if you're just doing the shadow creatures normally and saving all of the cores for double XP. That's over 200k experience an hour with everything taken into consideration, even when you're dunking them on double experience weekend. The only downside is that it stacks with Amlod hour, so you have to miss out going to do summoning if you're going to do divination in this way. But say you have 200 mil summoning or you're 120 and you don't care about it, you can do this instead and get 120 divination in a very fast rate. So shadow creatures are over 200k divination experience an hour if you use this method, and I think for next double experience weekend I'm going to try and stock up enough for 120 divination. Not only will it get me 120 divination, it's probably going to get me close to 120 defense as well. I'm only 4 mil from strength, so it will definitely get me that one. This method is insane. Using up the very last of my charms on an Amlod hour, I didn't quite make it to 200 mil, but I was super close. I managed to get to 192 million experience in summoning, which leaves 8 mil left to go. It actually works out okay because I can try and get that 8 mil off of double XP when pets come out, so I can try and get the pet with a nice threshold. If I don't get it in that 8 mil, I may need to make some pouches after 200 mil, but that is no problem at all. Either way, I managed to gain over 60 million experience in summoning this double XP. And you guessed it, it was back to go do some more Herblore in the Clan Citadel. I made some more Holy Overloads as well. I did have like 3,000 Holy Overloads at the start of this double XP, but making more never hurts. It's going to be nice having enough Holy Overloads, Replenishment Potions, Supreme Overloads, Searing Overloads, you name it, to last me forever pretty much. I don't think I'll ever be able to get through the potions I've made this double XP. I'll show you what ones I made in a second. But before I show you what potions I made, I just want to show you a quick little couple of clips where I'm super tilted about not getting the pet for such a long amount of experience. I thought they'd be funny to include here, so why not? They are a little bit quiet though, and because it was like super late and I'd been up for such a long time, it's just me rambling on and being all depressed, whatever. I've made so many overloads now and still no pet. We're at 122 mil XP and I started on like 60 and pets have been out since I was like 14 mil XP. Just getting to the point where it's like I don't need any more overloads, but I'm still making them just because. So it's time to make loads more Supremes and just try. Everyone around me has the pet. Every time I make an inventory, it's like, please give me the pet. I've been playing all weekend. Give me the pet, please. If I go into my preset and I wear the Luck of the Dwarves and I save over this preset, that's going to give me good luck, right? And then I'm going to get the pet within like 1,000 pots. That's how this game works. You watch. There we go, double XP's over, and no pet, but we did get 133 million experience in Herblore. Could have done with the pet though. So when I was tired and I was complaining about making overloads just for the sake of it, I kind of weren't lying, I guess. As you can see on screen, this is what I made during Double XP weekend. I made 5,001 Super Prayer Renewals. I can sell back the Super Prayer Renewals, and then what I started making at the end just for experience, just trying to get that pet because I kind of ran out of money. I made 7,001 Replenishment Potions, so that's the one that's the Adren and the Super Renewal. I made 4,220 Supreme Overloads. That's a lot of money in Supreme Overloads right there. I also made 1,062 Siren Overloads, and now I've got a total of 6,510 Holy Overloads. Before Double Experience Weekend, the only potion of these that I had was Holy Overloads, and I had about 3,000 of them. So I made 3,510 Holy Overloads on top of what I already had, and all of the other potions here. I guess I'm sorted pretty much forever for Overloads, so we do have that going for me. Moving on to the 10 HP Pure, I started the Double Experience Weekend off by sponging off some friends' Slayer dummies to use up my bonus XP in Slayer. I sponged off quite a few Slayer dummies, but because it's a very low amount that you get yourself when it's someone else's, I didn't get tons of Slayer XP, but I did nearly get level 100, which is good enough for me. After that, a friend was doing all of the first floors in Dungeoneering so he could get to the high floors to do with other people. So he offered to carry my 10 HP through like the first 30 floors, which was really kind of him, so thank you. And I got a couple of levels in Dungeoneering from that, and I got a daily done. After Dungeoneering, it was back to the Ark to try and get 117 Invention before Invention Batch 2 comes out so I could discover all of my blueprints and hopefully get 120. This means on the Ark, all I'll be doing is woodcutting, mining and fishing during Double Experience Weekend because they all level up my tools 50% faster. Taking a break from the Ark and AFKing on the main, I managed to do some construction and get to 97. That was enough construction for now. It was time to go back AFKing on the Ark. But before I went back to the Ark this time, I remembered to trade in my Dungeoneering daily and I got to 80 Dungeoneering. While doing a lot of skilling on the Ark, I managed to siphon my Dragon Hatchet in order to get to 116 Invention. After that island, it was back to do some more construction now my hand has been rested. It was really annoying because there was some insane delay. As you can see on screen, whenever I pressed a button, it took like a second or two to actually work. So that was kind of annoying, and I went to go flat pack for 98 instead because it was less click intensive. So the delay didn't matter quite as much when you were flat packing. It was still annoying, but I could kind of semi-AFK it and do something on the main. I got to 98 construction doing this, then I carried on normal construction now the delay had went and I got to 99. For some reason I can't find the footage of me getting 99 construction. I guess I recorded the wrong screen or something. It was super late at night and I was really tired. But either way, I did get 99 construction when the lag cleared up, so we got 99 construction on the 10 HP. While skilling on the Ark all weekend after that, I got 99 agility with my Silverhawk boots. I started at like 91 agility at the start of this Double Experience Weekend with about 2 million bonus XP. So I was able to use the bonus XP all the way to 98 and only not have bonus experience for 98 to 99. Silverhawks are OP. I also managed to get my goal of 117 Invention while skilling on the Ark. On Monday at 2 o'clock server time, an hour after Double XP, they released Invention Batch 2. This meant I could go there on my 10 HP Pure, discover all of the blueprints, try and make them perfect every time in order to get 120 Invention. I had to discover nearly all of the blueprints available to me. I had about 2 left and I got 120 Invention. Super hyped about the first 120 on the 10 HP Pure. That's 120 down, and now the next one hopefully will be mining, I guess. Now on screen is the gains of Maikeru and urekiaM for Double XP Weekend. Obviously Maikeru is on the left and urekiaM is on the right. I'm going to leave all the numbers on the screen for you. I'm not going to go into crazy amount of details because this video is long enough already, but I'll just talk about the main ones we got. On the main, we got nearly 70 million experience in Herblore. We got 12.6 million experience in agility, and we're actually only 12 mil away from 120. I still have tons of bonus experience from Barbarian Assault in there, and I may train it with Silverhawks off of Double XP. We got 2.7 million experience from farm runs and 4.3 million divination experience from those awesome Manifest Shadow Cores. The only other really big thing was the 67 million experience in summoning. As for the 10 HP Pure, we got 4.2 million experience in woodcutting, 1.7 in fishing and 5.9 in mining. All of this experience was purely just to level up my tools. I got 7.1 million experience in agility on this double XP to get me to 99, which is absolutely amazing. I also got that million Slayer from Slayer Dummies. I got 3.2 million construction to get me to 99. And lastly, the invention gains were pretty strong. I got 4.6 million experience on double XP, and then all of that XP from those really nice blueprints after double XP ended. So that's it for this video. Do give the video a like if you did enjoy, subscribe if you're new for loads of future content all related to RuneScape 3. I will be releasing some videos about Invention Batch 2 before I go to RuneFest tomorrow and Thursday, so watch out for those, and until next time, see ya.